Hello, good day, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Hello, and welcome to Gaming Takes Ages. I am Teal.
And welcome to tomorrow. I am Emil.
And I'm Andrew from the Game Display.
Yeah, we're joined by a glorious
Ta-da.
Andrew. Hello.
Great to be back. Great to be back.
Yeah, so welcome back. Congratulations are in order. You just achieved 30,000 subscribers and it is amazing.
Oh, awesome.
Thank you very much. No, it's been crazy, been lots of fun, and glad to be back at YouTube again.
Yeah, I mean, it's been wonderful to see the channel growth, and also, just the fact that you have been putting out amazing videos daily. So it's wonderful. Congratulations once again. I will keep saying congratulations to you because it's so overdue. You deserved this. I mean, like a decade ago, but I'm glad you finally got there.
That
And
was very
hopefully it just
kind of you.
keeps
Thank you.
rising.
Yeah, 30,000. It's an interesting number. It feels like we were in 20 for a while, and I don't know. There's something about being in 30. It's like we're almost like a third of the way to 100K.
Yeah.
We'll
Well,
see what happens from here, but that's very kind of you,
I
bro.
mean,
Thank you
at
so
the
much.
rate you're growing versus my decline over the past 4 years, you'll reach 100,000 before I do. Way before I do. Guaranteed.
Any day now, Teal. Any day. It's going to happen. Don't
The
worry.
number keeps going down. It's not happening.
Oh, I don't
But
get it.
it's all good. How are you all doing?
Yeah. I'm back in the UK now. That's a different country to the one I was in before. Yeah, I had a very, very easy flight. Very weirdly, I bumped into somebody that I was talking to on my flight to Germany.
Huh.
Like,
Wow.
what are the chances? He'd left and come back and was leaving again, and we were on the same flight.
Wow. Cool.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big coincidence.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love stuff like that. It's obviously
Yeah,
quite rare.
I got
but
in the
amazing.
queue behind him, and then I was like, "Isn't that the guy I was talking to last time?" I was like, "Hello," and he's like, "Oh, I remember you."
Like that's
My last trip.
I don't know his name.
That's
I
such a
know he
crazy
has a
thing as well. That
child.
like you queued up behind them. Like all it could have taken is
Yeah.
you decided to leave 5 minutes later or whatever.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't. I love stuff like that. It's so good. That's wonderful.
Yeah,
My
it's funny.
last trip
I
to
know.
Japan. Oh, sorry. Were you done with your story?
I was just gonna say, like, I know this guy's job. I know that he has a child. I know why he went to Germany both times. I know a lot of details about his job. We never exchanged names. I don't know his name.
Fair.
I mean, that's good though. If you had a lot of fun talking though, and it's cool having like a familiar face like that. Must
Yeah.
have made the trip a little bit nicer because flying isn't always fun, especially if you bump into people who aren't as pleasant. So that's good.
Mm-hmm.
What were you gonna say, Andrew? About
Yeah, what were you gonna say
flying to
about Japan?
But yeah, last time in Japan, I went to a katsudon shop and like a restaurant, and I ended up having a bit of a conversation with the businessman I ended up sitting beside because it's all kind of like bar stool kind of seats, like stools around the counter where they bring you your food. So we had a bit of a chat, and after the chat, he handed me a coupon he had for like 100 yen off after the meal. I'm like, oh, that was very nice of him.
wow.
We had a good chat. About a week later, I went back to the same shop and bumped into the exact same guy again, and he gave me another coupon. So it's just funny moments like that.
And
You
by
never
the
know when
time
you're
I
gonna
left,
bump
I
into
had
people like-
15 coupons.
Yeah, he opened his wallet and they were just like overflowing with coupons. He probably eats there like 3 times a day, so it probably wasn't really all that like surprising to run into him twice, but it's just kind of funny when you bump into a random person and you see him again later like that. So it's cool you had a thing like that
Sounds
at
like an
meal too, especially on a
NPC.
plane. Like, what are the chances of that?
Yeah. Like he's an NPC that you go to and you get the item of coupon.
Exactly. And then once as long as you don't have it in your inventory, just keeps kind of giving it back. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
I did not fly anywhere this week. I was more stationary than I have been previously because I don't know what happened. I must have slept on my head. I woke up in agony. I couldn't move. I couldn't turn my neck. If I had to cross the road,
goodness.
I had to turn my body to look if there was
Like
traffic.
Batman.
It was really bad. My neck still hurts, but I can move it.
Yikes.
That how? No, don't do that. Mistakes were made. But It's
some days
I
be
don't know
like
what I
that.
did. I just
Yeah, you never know, right? That's the weird
I
part.
lay down on my
Just wake
pillow
up
and I
and
must
it's
have
like,
just
oh,
been like, no,
that
I'm
sucks.
going like this now. So
Oh,
it was a mistake, but it's whatever. It happens. But
I hope you
I've
feel
never
better
been in
soon.
such bad neck pain. It's incredible. Fun. Yay. What have we all been playing?
I am working on, so it's, I mean, ties in a little bit to GBA. It wasn't the launch title though, but I'm playing The Legend of Zelda Minish Cap right now after I
Ah,
recently replayed
Oh.
A Link to the Past on the GBA. I'd beaten like 20 years ago. I beat it on the Super
mm,
Nintendo. And I've always wanted to do a replay of it, so I figured that will be a little bit different and play it on the GBA. So I beat that, and now I'm working on Minish Cap, and then it has nothing to do with the fact we're in a Zelda anniversary year. I've just suddenly gotten into a portable Zelda mode. I'm like, oh, I never beat Phantom Hourglass. Maybe we'll do that next,
mm,
and I've got it all lined up.
cool.
But yeah, I've been having some fun with handheld Zelda, and we're working on Minish Cap right now. Almost done, I think.
Nice. I know you've also been playing B3313, which is a
Oh yeah, well,
wild
there's
game.
definitely that. We've been streaming that every Tuesday,
Yeah.
like 15 weeks so far.
And
And
probably
progress
15
has been
more.
really good. Sorry?
It's probably 15 more weeks. It's a monster of a game.
You never know. I think there's like 460 yellow stars, and we're at like 390. We had been making really good progress, with the exception of a couple of weeks, but this
Mm.
last week, we could just like hardly find any more
Yeah.
stars until
It's
until the
crazy.
end. I was getting a little bit of a tip to go back to a place I'd already been, and
Mm.
like forgot that there was a branching path from that place to another place. So next week progress may be better, or maybe not, because it's probably gonna get really tough too as we get to the end game. So I don't know.
Mm.
I've never traditionally been a Mario 64 ROM hack player. You know me, I've always had more of a, Super Nintendo. Mario World has
Yeah.
been my home base. But it's been cool, getting a bit better at Mario 64, and I'm definitely enjoying it, as big and crazy as it is.
Mm. Yeah, for those who don't know,
So what is it?
Emil, you've played it briefly.
That one, right?
Yeah,
I've been
it's
really interested to try
it's
that
the Mario
again.
64 hack where it's like a billion like Princess Peach's castles layered on top of each other and connecting, and yeah, there's a lot of just effectively a multi-game sized maze where you just gotta find new things, and it is remarkable. Like, it's an unbelievable feat of ROM hack design, and it's just chaos. It's just absolute chaos.
It is so fun. It is so fun.
Yeah. It's but yeah, I made Emil try it. I don't remember when it was, like 2 years ago, maybe.
Mm.
And yeah, it was.
See, I'm so far behind. I'm just catching up on things that released like 2 years ago.
I mean, to be fair,
I'm always a bit out
you're
of the loop.
probably playing that at a good time, because there was like not necessarily controversy, I don't think, but like there was things where like the original creator stepped down and then someone else took over, and like you're
Oh my.
you're playing it in a more finished state. Where
There
like
was a whole controversy, Teal. Like it's funny because we've been on like unlocking the lore of B3313 through people joining the stream and like just
Right.
commenting as we've been playing
Mhm.
through it. Where yeah, that's the story we heard one week, was where B3313, the PC version, got up to like version 0.9 or something, and then the author left it, in which case some other people picked it up and finished it, and that's why the console version I'm playing is called the unabandoned version.
Yes, that's right.
Because they took what was apparently abandoned and finished it up. But a few weeks ago, the author of the original version showed up in the text chat of the stream, and he's
Oh.
like, no, that's not what happened. They stole it from me. I was actually still working on it, and the reason this unabandoned version exists is because they stole it and made like their own derivative of it. And it's like, oh my god, I wasn't expecting all this
What?
drama in the chat.
Whoa,
Just trying to
okay.
have fun playing Mario here.
Wow, that's cool.
So,
Didn't know that.
Yeah, well,
I feel like
so-
there's a video to be made here.
yeah, maybe there
The
is,
truth
maybe there is.
behind B33.
Yeah.
It was like,
So
all
have
right,
you
we're just
been?
trying to have fun playing Mario 64, and I'm having like this dump in the chat of like all this drama going on. I don't know what to make of it. So yeah, apparently that's kind of what happened. But the thing about the unabandoned version I'm playing, so the one that was apparently stolen from the other author, is that it works on console, and you know me, I like my
Yeah.
my playing on flash carts and in front of the TV and all that. Where unfortunately the other one doesn't work on console. So I
Yeah.
guess something kind of good came out of it. And from the sounds of it, the unabandoned version isn't all that malicious. Where like again they thought it was abandoned, so they finished it, but then the author says otherwise. Where like he didn't abandon it, so they stole his
Okay.
work. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it just kind of adds to the weird lore of B3313 and how strange it is all around. Now there's
Yeah.
these two different versions of it. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, it's a
So
surreal
have you
game.
been like mapping it out while you're playing?
So I
It's
haven't
that
been
one, right?
mapping
Where
it
you
out.
have
I've been
to.
taking some notes about like where stars have been and what we've collected. What if there's
Mm.
ever things we need to go back and do. Haven't been drawing any outright maps though. It's huge. It's like you need
Yeah.
like a 4D programmed
Yeah,
to
I
connect some
mean,
of these rooms
yeah,
and stuff.
in
It's
terms
nuts.
of like paper, if you'd have paper on the ground, like I guess like all of our homes combined, like that's how big the floor is. You need like Comic-Con
Mm.
style like studio space, like floor to just map it all out. It is a massive, massive game. But yeah, you can take notes, like you're saying. It sometimes helps because you'll make a note and be like, oh, I don't remember what this means. I wrote this down for a reason. I cannot decipher what I meant when I wrote this. So yeah, that's always
Ugh.
fun. But that's cool.
And that's the thing too, is like in game you're not giving any level names, you're not giving any
Yeah,
information of like where you are, so you're up to like make up your own names. And then a lot of people in the chat again will be like, well, the wiki calls it this and that. So
yeah.
it's almost like you're expected to read the wiki while you're playing the game, but I haven't been doing that, so I've just
Mm.
kind of been been fluking it
Yeah.
most of the way, and it's worked out
Mm.
surprisingly
I
okay
assume
so
you've
far.
been jump scared once or twice.
A few times, but you know,
Mhm.
that's all part of the fun for
Yeah,
sure.
for sure. Yeah, no, it does get you. It was certainly
Indeed.
when you're not expecting it. Well, every week we like to present an offering to the
Great.
ancients.
I've
Oh, sorry, what were you
What
playing?
have you been playing?
Oh, me?
What were you playing?
Oh, I've been playing Final Fantasy V.
5.
Yeah, 5. I've been going through all the mainline Final Fantasies. So I started playing 5, and I liked it a lot. It was really good. It had a couple of things I would change, but I liked it. And I liked it a lot more than 4. I don't think 4 is a bad game by any means, but it is my least favorite of the first 5.
I am much like you. I have plans in the future of working my way through the Final Fantasy games, at least up to like 10.
Yeah.
9 or 10. You know, 9's where it ended on the PS1. That's
Mhm.
awesome though. 5 I played a bit when I was younger on the Anthology collection on PS1. And like
Oh,
I like the
yes.
music, and I don't know exactly how far I got. It feels like I probably got about halfway. I had a terrible habit of dropping RPGs as a kid, but I've been trying to correct that in recent years. So I've been playing a lot more RPGs and enjoying them a
fair.
lot.
Mm.
Just something I guess grew into compared to in the past. But that's awesome. You've been playing the Final Fantasy games. Very nice. I've only beat the first one, so next is 2 and 3 on the Famicom, and then
Oh,
4, 5, 6
I
on
hope you'll
SNES.
like 2. I really hope you'll like 2, because people say they either love it or hate it because
Okay.
of its just general like battle system. It's very different from the first.
We'll see.
And I
Interesting.
loved it. I thought it was bold and ambitious.
That's great to hear.
And but like I had 4 people warn me, be like, "Oh, you might hate this." I was like, I hated it. Like, okay, but no, I loved it. So I hope you enjoy it as well.
Well, thank you. Are you doing like original releases? Or are you doing like the pixel remasters?
I've been doing the
or...
pixel remasters.
Yeah.
Just for
That looks
ease.
cool. So that goes up to 6, right? So like you're on the final one then.
Yes.
Nice.
And I've played 7 before, so I'm gonna sort of skip to 8 after I've done 6, just because I want to play the ones I haven't played. But yeah, it's I mean I've heard
You're
incredible
skipping
things about
in the
6.
series of playing them all. You're skipping the most iconic one of all.
Well, the thing is, like, I'm going to probably replay it at some point when 7 Part 3 is announced. So when that happens, I'll just be like, right, I'll include it then. I'm gonna be replaying it, so just there's the time.
Yeah, I get it if you've already beaten it.
Yeah.
Makes some sense there.
Yeah, I mean, I've not only beaten the original PS1 game, I've beaten, you know, Crisis Core, which I'm aware is different, but I've beaten that, and I've also beaten, the remakes. So I've played it many, many times. So I want to get to the new ones.
Fair enough.
But yeah, because they're also quite lengthy games at this point.
Mhm.
They're like Final Fantasy 1 through 3, you can like 10 to 20 hours, and now it's like, okay, these are getting like 30 hours a piece at minimum. So like this is taking longer and longer. But no, it's good. They're good games. But
That's awesome.
and Emil, have you been playing much?
I'm still on my Picross kick.
Nice.
I'm on the final sets from Mario Picross. Yeah, a good thing to play at an airport. I'll say that.
Good. Well, that's nice.
Nice. So these are the Game Boy one, or are we talking
Yes.
the Super Famicom?
The Game Boy one from the Switch collection.
Very cool.
It was been staring at me the whole time. I thought I'm gonna give Picross a go, and I did, and I love it.
That's great. Yeah, Picross is really interesting. Didn't really pick up in the West too much because we did get the Game Boy one here, but yeah, the Super Famicom one stayed exclusive over there, and it looks neat too. But yeah, awesome.
Mm.
I think there's even like an unreleased Pokemon Picross on the Game Boy that popped up during like the Giga Leak a few years ago. I think that's how that went. So
okay.
Yeah, Picross had a real kick around that era, and then yeah, I think it came back on the DS, and now you don't hear too much of it. But or maybe I'm just not in the loop. I'm not in the Picross loop.
Yeah,
you get a million comments.
I think
of
I've
people,
seen
like, angry. How does he not know about the one that came out last week or something?
There's one called Squeakross that I don't know if it's out now or if it's coming out, which is like a indie game. I've seen it at Wholesome Games.
Oh, that's cool.
A mouse themed Picross game called Squeakross.
Nice. That sounds. It does sound wholesome. So yes, I will need to look into that. Picross isn't necessarily my thing, but I like the concept alone to want to look it up.
As puzzles go, I think it's pretty beginner friendly. Like I can't imagine many people having too much difficulty with it.
Fair enough. Well, every week we like to present an offering to the ancients. Who are they? What do they want? I don't know. So we'll one day we will please them. It won't be today probably. So who wants to start? I'm happy to start.
Go.
I have got a game for you guys. I have taken popular gaming characters and have replaced the vowels in their name with other vowels. And you have to try and work out what the original character is. So we'll start with something I think is quite simple. Emil.
Mario.
Sockby.
Oh. Sockby?
Yes, Sockby.
Sackboy, I would guess.
Yes, it is. Andrew. Floppy Bard.
Sounds like Samus to me. No, flap.
Correct, it was Samus.
I was actually gonna make a game called Floppy Bard where you have to make good words to excite Shakespeare.
That's good. Why have you said that
I
out
never
loud?
did, though, in the end.
Make it.
It was many years ago when Flappy Bird was more relevant.
Okay. Emil. Bundu Seat. Crush Bundu Seat.
Oh, I see. Okay. I would guess that's Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, it is. Andrew. Murray.
So, could you type that?
I could tell you.
We'll make it too obvious.
It would give it, but I could tell you the spelling if it helps. It's Murei. Murray.
Yeah. Murray. I'm missing something obvious here. It's not Mario. Mario.
It is Mario.
Oh, because you replaced them with other vowels.
Yes.
I'm thinking like You took out the constant, so I don't know what I'm thinking.
No, no, no,
Okay.
I've replaced it with
I
other
forgot the
vowels.
game. It's been 30 seconds, and I forgot the game, but I
Yes,
somehow still got
but
it
it's
right. So I guess that's
but
worth
it's
something.
Murray because his surname is Mario. They are the Mario Bros. He is Mario.
Funny, you know,
Luigi is Luigi Mario.
That's from like the OG movie. We need that to come
Yeah.
back in the new movies, or was that in the last movie? I don't remember. if they
I don't
addressed
know.
that.
It's because
Emil.
they're the Mario brothers, right? That's where that comes from.
Yes, yeah.
Like, it would really suck if I went to my sister like, "Hey, we're the Emil brothers." And she'd be like, "What? This is wrong on many levels."
Yeah. Yeah. Emil, Liarcraft.
Lara Croft.
Yes.
No, wait. What did you say?
Liarcraft.
Lyra.
No, liar.
Oh, right. Lire. Yes, I
Yes.
see.
Yes. Andrew, Mr. Shorf.
Mr. Shorf?
Mr. Shorf.
Mr. It's got to be Mr. Domino, right?
No. Mr. Chorf. Shorf.
Mr.
What?
Chorf.
I can't think what that is.
So Mr. There's no vowels. Chorf. Chor.
What do you mean there's no
Char-
vowels?
Oh,
Well, in the
yeah.
Mr. part.
You're thinking MR. I'm thinking MR as well.
So, okay.
Yeah.
It's
I get it now. I get it.
Mistor.
Oh, Master Chief. Master
Yeah.
Chief.
Mr.
makes more
Shorf.
sense.
Mr. Shorf.
That makes more sense.
Good luck, Emil. Gerdin Fruman.
Gordon
Yeah.
Freeman.
Yeah, but I just
Yeah.
Gerdin Fruman is pretty good.
Gordon Freeman.
Yeah, it's a bit German, I suppose. Andrew, Mix Pointy.
Mix. Max.
Mix Pointy.
Oh, yeah.
Max P. Y.
Mix Pointy.
Mix Pointy.
Mix Pointy.
So-
You're so close.
Max.
P. Game that says
Max
Matt.
P.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, is it that obvious? I'm trying to think of
I
a
know
main
why
character's
this is
name Max. I'm
misleading.
probably missing like a
If you
really
don't,
obvious
if you
one.
don't know it, it's fine.
Because the
I don't know
original
it.
game, the surname is one syllable, but by changing the vowel, you've made it two
Yes,
syllables.
I have. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. As Andrew goes to his collection of games to look through everything.
No, I'm just running football. Is it like an older one? Max?
No. Well, I mean, yeah, technically, yes. I mean, it's define older at this point. It's.
Yeah, that's a hard question to answer.
I mean, your collection, you have some very, very old things, but like even my collection is old at this point. We're all old.
Yes.
Anyway, Emil, do you want to say what it is?
I believe it to be Max Payne.
It is Max Payne. Yes.
Okay. Yes. We never
Yes.
played a Max Payne game, but
That
that
is
makes
fair.
sense then.
Okay, Emil, your next one. Tim Knack.
Tom Nook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tim Knack. Andrew.
Okay.
Pi Rippy Vo Ripple.
I'm realizing I'm not very good at the vowel game. It would seem.
It's fine. It's hard.
Pi Ricky.
Pi Rippy Vo
No,
Ripple.
Rippy.
Pi Rippy.
Yeah.
So we got, what was that, like PAI? Pi?
It's just P-I
Or PI?
Pi
Ricky.
Rippy
Por.
Vo Ripple.
Par. No, I'm gonna have to pass on this one too.
Emil, do you know?
It's Parappa the Rapper.
It is indeed.
Oh, that's good. Man, you are good at this. Yeah, I'm not good at the
Yeah,
vowel game. It would seem.
Some kind of skill that I didn't realize I had.
Yeah, okay. Well, Emil, Pyamod Hood.
Pyamod Hood. Pyramid Head.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, I wasn't getting that one.
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure you'll know this one. Maybe not. We'll see. Andrew, Glidass.
Gladys? GLaDOS?
Yes,
All
glide
right,
ass.
we did it.
That
we
ass
did
must
it.
glide all the time. All right, Emil, Clyde.
Clyde.
Mm-hmm. Clyde.
Okay. Clyde. Interesting. There's a lot of ways this could be. If you're spelling it CLIDE, that means there's two vowels, whereas if it's CLYDE, then there's just one vowel. Cloud. It's cloud.
Cloud.
There we go. Coming back to that
This
Final
is-
Fantasy discussion.
This is such a mean one, but I love it. Good luck, Andrew.
Okay, he saves the mean one for me.
Oh no, there's a
Excellent,
bunch of
excellent.
mean ones. Good luck. Pakoosh.
Pakoosh.
Pakoosh. So we got PA,
Oh, I know what it is. Yeah,
Do you though?
Picross. No,
I do.
Interesting.
Pakoosh. Could
It's
be
mean.
PA. So we got possibilities are PAC. No, so it's not PA then. It's PI, PIC, pick. Is it PIC? PI? PI. Pikmin.
You're close. You got the first bit.
Pick.
Pakoosh.
Pakoosh.
Oosh.
Oosh.
Pakoosh. I'm pronouncing
Take it away, Emil.
I'm
What do we
pronouncing it
got?
annoyingly on purpose.
I believe that it is Pikachu.
Yes, it is.
Oh, wow. Okay.
All right, Emil. Croots.
Croots. Croots.
Yeah, again, annoying.
Kroot. My brain is saying Kratos, but I don't see how that could
Well
be.
done. Yeah.
How are you spelling that?
Krutes. Kroot.
Yes. Yeah. That
That's
is
cool.
It's
That's
interesting
cool.
how much that changes.
Yeah, I know. It's a really fun game. Okay. Alu.
Alu?
Alu.
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 Oh,
Hello
that's
there.
really hard.
Alu.
That could be a lot of things.
Olimar.
Yeah. Correct.
Is that
no,
it?
no, of course it's not.
No?
Lamar.
Silent M and R.
Alu. I'll give you a hint. More modern.
Oh, God. That doesn't help.
Yeah, I say more modern. It's still like the game was still like 2013, I think, around that time.
You're talking to the guy who's never beat a PS4 game.
Yes,
I'm gonna
but
do it.
good news for you, it's
the other thing I've been
PS3.
playing this year is the Metal Gear Solid games finally for the first time.
Mm.
I told you that, Teal.
Yeah.
I finally beat 4, and then they finally like announced a re-release of 4.
Yeah.
And
Which is a
now I'm
big
gonna get
deal
5
because it was locked permanently on the PS3 for eternity. So it's nice that it actually is branching out.
mm-hmm. But Alu.
Alu.
E.
I think I might know what it is.
What are we looking at the beginning? Elu.
Alu.
Olu. So what's the first letter that you're giving us?
I'm giving you an A.
E? Give me an A. So E. Ellie.
Yeah, Ellie from The Last of
Yes.
Us. Okay. These two are for both of you. Whoever wants to chime in, because this is insane. Gay Brash Fruitweed.
Guybrush Threepwood.
What?
The weed at the end. I was like, okay, something would, but I don't know who that
I
is.
had never heard of this character before. I was just looking.
What?
I've never played Monkey Island or even really seen anything of it. I thought for
That's-
sure
wow,
this was
okay.
like impossible because
No, a pretty
It-
iconic character. I would
okay, fair enough. I just still Gabrash Threepweed is an incredible new name.
Yes. I mean,
Alright.
Guybrush Threepwood is an
It's,
incredible
yeah,
name,
they're
so-
both good. Well, final one, Aussie A.
Aussie A.
Yeah, Australian A. Aussie A.
Aussie A.
What's that one?
The final one, Aussie A.
Ezio.
It is Ezio.
There you go.
Very good. And that
I have
that-
one for you, Teal.
Go on,
Uh-oh.
Pikmin.
Pac-Man.
Pac-Man.
Yes.
Yay!
There you go.
Nice. Very good. Very good. Yeah, no, it's a fun little game. I hope you enjoyed. It was silly. As it turns out, the ones I thought were going to be really hard, you got immediately, so never mind.
It turns out this is just something I'm good at.
Fair enough.
Can I
Very good.
translate it into a job somehow? I don't think so.
I mean, if it's creating these questions for House of Games, then yes.
Which I recently found out is now going to be hosted by
Michael Sheen.
yeah.
Yeah, I know. That was a surprise as well. But, fair enough. Things must change.
I also have a game, but it is not a game for us to play. It's a game for the audience to play should they be interested in word games, which I am interested in. So I sort of came up with this idea, and it's like something that I've just been doing sort of like in a, if you're like waiting on the phone, if you're on hold or something, and you would usually doodle. It's that kind of game. Not like a, sit down and play this game for hours kind of game. I don't really know what to call it. I'm calling it a word tree for now, but because it sounds like what it should be, but I don't think it's accurate to what it actually is. So all you do is you take a word, and then you have to add a letter to the word, and it's still a word, and then you have to add another letter to the word, and it's still a word, and you see how many steps you can go. So you don't have to start with a one-letter word, because that's really limiting, because it means you can only do words that have an A or an I in them. So it's all about the biggest chain of words that you can get. I have managed to get a 9-chain word, which is
Impressive.
very difficult, I'd imagine. So I started with the word a or a, depending on how you want to pronounce that. Then I went to an, then ran, then rain, then grain, then gratin, like potato gratin, which was great when I landed on that one. Then I made it to grating, then granting, and then grantings, which is apparently a word. Like a genie may have multiple grantings available for you. So if anyone out there is watching and they're into word games, let me know if you come up with one that's more than 9. So yeah, you can add a letter anywhere in the word, but you just have to add one letter. So for example, like from an to ran, I add the R at the start, but from
Yeah.
ran to rain, the
Yeah.
I goes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cool. I like.
Yeah, very cool. But there's no rearranging those, so you got to keep them in the same order. That makes it tough.
Yeah, you got to keep all the other letters in the same order. You just add
Mm.
one in.
Yeah. Fun. I like it. Difficult, but fun.
Yes, I would be shocked if someone has come up with more than 9.
Well, let me call Susie
It's
Dent,
tricky.
and we'll see.
Yeah, well, if Susie Dent is watching, please play
Yeah,
the game.
give
I
the
think
word
you'd
tree a
like
go.
it.
The extender bet. Give it a go.
Mm.
But nice. We didn't ask you to bring an offering, Andrew. Do you have an offering? It's okay to say no.
I think I've upset the beings at large enough with my poor performance in the Vowel game, so I will not
Understandable.
tempt fate any further.
No, the ancients would not allow
Oh.
it.
Well, fair. They don't care for for our games. It doesn't matter.
Oh dear.
But what they probably
Maybe they
care
hate
about,
games.
maybe, yeah. Well, they've picked the wrong podcast to listen into all the time.
Yeah.
Idiots.
Kind of on them at this point.
Yeah. Well, almost exactly 25 years ago, the Game Boy Advance released on March 21st, 2001 in Japan. It later launched June 11th in America and June 22nd in Europe. It was the Game Boy, but better. It could run Game Boy games. It could run, you're not going to believe this, Game Boy Advance games. But yeah, it was significantly more powerful, and it sold incredibly well in its lifetime. 81.51 million units. Now, that is not as much as the Game Boy and Game Boy Color, which combined sold 118 million. But the Game Boy released in 1989 with nothing replacing it for 12 years. The DS came along in 2004, as early, 3.5 years later.
Wow.
So obviously, people didn't just buy the DS. There were still more Game Boy Advance being sold whilst the DS was happening. But to sell nearly 100 million units in the span of 3 to 5 years is incredibly impressive. And rightfully so, because, you know, the Game Boy Advance was a very, very fun portable console and had wonderful games. And yeah, it was just, no disrespect to the Game Boy, vastly superior, as it does tend to be as times change. But it's really weird to think about how technology actually did change, because you know, we take it for granted now, but it ran on 2 AA batteries back then. So it's just like, oh, right, yeah, we had to use batteries. Same with like the Wiimote, that has to use batteries. It's just like, oh, right. Oh my god, like this is so weird, I forgot, but I need batteries for these things. I'll just plug it onto my computer or whatever now. So it's very, very interesting. But what color did we all have? Because it came in many, many colors. I had purple. I loved it. It was a beautiful, beautiful console.
My Game Boy Advance was the purple indigo one. Nintendo really liked that purple indigo during that time. We had the GameCube in that color.
Yeah.
I had the Glacier indigo one, which had like the bit of the transparency going on.
Oh, nice. I knew someone with
Nice.
Had
that.
to get in on that before the whole transparency fad disappeared, and never again would they release consoles like that. Actually, I guess the
Boo,
Switch
bring it
Lites
back.
look like that, but
PlayStation
not the home
4
consoles,
controllers
unfortunately.
did. There was a limited edition PlayStation 4 controller, which was a transparent one. I only know because Sony, for some reason, gave it to me.
Oh wow, very, very cool.
There is like an element of transparency in the. Oh, it's definitely not showing up.
Oh yeah, the
But
Pro
not
Controller.
really-
You're true. Like it's dark, so
Yeah.
you can barely see it. But
Yeah.
you're right. You're right.
Yeah, this is quite dark.
I've
you
seen
can't
a
really see, but
video
yeah.
of
like-
thousands of insects crawling around under there, and it was
Ew,
horrifying.
no.
Yes.
Horrible.
But no, we need to bring back like the bright like blues and yellows and pinks and
Yeah.
greens. And,
Yeah.
it's like vibrant colors.
Yeah, no,
It's a more fun aesthetic, for a thing that is made for fun.
Yeah.
I guess it was deemed childish, so that's
Ew.
probably why they stopped doing it.
Disgusting. Well, there were a lot of launch title games in Japan. 25 to be exact. Andrew, you're more likely to know some of these. So, Emil, can you tell me any of them?
Any of them.
Any of the
Well,
25?
I know that Minish Cap wasn't one of them because Andrew said that earlier.
Point to you. No.
Oof. I'd just be guessing. No is the answer, but I'll just name some in hopes that one of them is.
100% you know
Is okay? Is WarioWare one of them?
one. No.
Okay, is a Kirby game one of them?
No.
What about a Pokemon game?
No.
Surely not.
But there's a game you've been playing.
A game I've been playing. Well, I've been playing. If it's Picross, I've been playing that on the.
No,
Okay.
a little further back.
What other games have I been playing?
You've been playing it.
I've been playing a lot of WarioWare.
Okay, it's game you
I
playing.
played Wrecking Crew. Was that one of them?
No.
Really? Tetris?
No.
What? Are you sure? I've
Yes!
been playing a game that was.
On the Switch, yes, yes, you have.
Have I?
Yes, it was originally on PS1.
PS1?
Hmm.
Rayman?
No, that was
Rayman
actually a
2?
launch. That was a launch
What?
title in Europe, but no,
Yeah!
no, that's not it.
What have I been playing?
It's a puzzle game.
Yeah, well, mostly I play puzzle games.
You were stuck in America for so long. What do you mean?
Oh, Mr. Driller!
What do you
Mr.
mean you
Driller
didn't get it
2.
from me saying you were stuck in America for so long?
Yeah, I was like, what are you talking about? I was in Germany. Yeah. No, after I beat America, I purged that game from my mind
Okay.
so that I wouldn't, because there's a whole level after America,
Yeah.
and I struggled so much with America. I was like, I need to forget about this game.
Well, Mr. Driller
for a
2
while.
was indeed a launch title, one of 25.
Wow, okay.
Andrew, can you name any others?
Yeah, the first game in one of my all-time favorite series was a Japanese launch title on the GBA. That'd be Mega Man Battle Network.
Correct.
Rockman
Yeah.
EXE.
Yeah, it was known as EXE. Yeah. Indeed. Very much so.
What about that one game with the spinning?
Kudu,
It's
kudu,
like a
kudu-ring.
stick. Yeah, it was that one.
Yes, it was.
Yes. I didn't have a GBA, so yeah.
Yeah, no, that was one. Yeah.
I'm going off what is on the Switch.
Yeah, it's yeah, you move a slowly spinning stick through tight gaps. It's a crazy and compelling idea
It's
for a
fun.
game.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be as fun as it is. It's also very hard. At least I find it very hard. But yeah, very cool. Do we have any more? I can
I
rattle
was
off the list.
recently playing this game where you're like a starfish. It
Oh,
was all the text was in
the legendary
Japanese.
Starfy.
Possibly.
I
I don't really know what it was.
That wasn't a launch title, but that's probably what you're referring to.
You were playing that through the Game Boy Advance app?
Yeah, on the Switch.
Yeah, they released the 3 of them on there.
Mm. Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Mm.
But Mario Advance 1's got to be one.
Super Mario Advance, indeed. Yes, it was.
There we go.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that earlier, and then it's like left
it was
my
one
mind
here.
because I was trying to figure out what you were talking about.
Would you like me to go through?
Is there any other like? Is there any other big franchise ones?
Yes,
Oh,
there are. Okay, I would say one is arguably big, but like not anymore. And the other is big.
are any of them in Smash?
Yes, they both are.
Interesting. Well, like Earthbound? No, probably not.
No, Mother 3 was much later. I think it was near the end of the
Yeah, I
Game
would
Boy's
have thought
life cycle. I say the end, but you know what I mean. Like before, like as the DS was coming into play, kind of.
I don't know.
No. I'll run them through. So we have indeed Super Mario Advance. We've got F-Zero Maximum Velocity. We've got Kurin. We got Napoleon, which
What?
is a Japanese and French only game. It was released in Japan, but it was published in France under the title Le Aigle de Guerre, which is a translation, the Eagle of War. And basically from Famitsu got 27 out of 40, so, you know, did all right. Dodgeball Advance, Pocket GT Advance, Mega Man EXE or Rockman EXE, Easy Talk Shokien, 1. There's a couple of them apparently. Top Gear All Japan GT, which it was just Top Gear GT Championship outside of Japan. Tweety and the Magic Gems, but it was actually known as Tweety and the Magical Jewels in Japan, which is a party game with Sylvester and Tweety.
Like Tweety from.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
it was in my Looney Tunes video.
Ah,
That you've You don't remember because it was 4 years ago.
I don't remember every game from the video. I'm a bad friend.
Yeah, there's 450 of them. Why do you not know them all by name? Castlevania Circle of the Moon was the other one. It's a Castlevania game. There's Konami YY Racing. I think what is it? It's WAI. Is that Y?
Yeah, YY Racing.
Yeah.
There were games on the Famicom called YY World where it takes like a bunch of different characters from different Konami franchises and kind of combines them into a platforming game. So
Right.
that one was a kart racer that took a bunch of Konami characters and put them into a kart racing game.
Yeah, so it's outside of Japan. It's Konami Crazy Racers. Crazy with a K. It's crazy. There's Golf Master. However, outside of Japan, it's known as ESPN Final Round Golf 2002. So,
Wow.
Just
Catchy.
slap some branding on it.
yeah. J League Pocket. Don't know what that is. Powerful Pro-Kun Baseball. So, here's the thing.
Lots of sports.
This game is wild because I basically for all of these I wanted to look up their scores, like what they have on Metacritic or elsewhere if it's not on Metacritic. And looking up this, I could not find the score. But there is not just one Powerful Pro-Kun Baseball. There are 14 of these between the years 1999 and 2011. 2 for the GBA in 2003 alone. For some reason.
Okay.
There's a lot of these. There's Silent Hill Play Novel, which is a visual novel based on the original Silent Hill, only released in Japan.
Okay.
Which is a weird decision. Monster Guardians, Dungeon Dice Monsters, which is Yu-Gi-Oh! Dungeon Dice Monsters, Fire Pro Wrestling, Choo Choo Rocket, which was also on Dreamcast. I Am Air Traffic Controller, which is that is a franchise. The 4th one is on Steam. It's got positive reviews. Mr. Driller 2, Pinobi Quest of Heart, Momotaro Festival, and Winning Post. Winning Post, I could not find the score for this one, but again, it's a horse racing game, and there are so many of these games. I didn't see exactly how many. I'd be willing to say 30 to 50. There's a lot. It's a lot of these games. It's impressive. So would you like to take a guess at which one of those games has the highest review score and the lowest that I could find? Admittedly, that I could find. Some of them I could not find a score for.
Well, you sounded really excited about Pro-Kun Baseball, so I'll say that had the lowest.
I'll give you this for free. I could not find the score for it.
Okay.
So technically, yes, because it's 0 right now. But
no one bothered to review it.
I'm just wondering how good a golf game on GBA would be. I don't see why it would be bad.
No, golf is popular. Like, the golfing games have always been popular in Japan.
Yeah.
So since we're talking about Japanese releases, it probably had an okay score.
Do you think Mario maybe had the highest? I can't really remember.
Mario having the highest, like either Mario or like F-Zero maybe, because it would have been pretty graphically impressive for the Game Boy Advance. But Mario probably takes the cake because you can't beat Mario at his own console probably at launch.
Or can you?
Or can you? Maybe. You said there was a Castlevania as well. Probably would have done pretty well.
I'll tell you this: the highest score was 91.
91.
You'd think it would be a game that you've definitely heard of at that point. I had not heard of many of these games.
Mr. Driller 2 with a score of 1 million.
Does it factor in ones that were like released on other things?
What do you mean by that?
I don't know what I mean by that. Well, like Mr. Driller is released on PS1.
Right, I'm talking about specifically the score it got on the Japanese release.
I think we probably
There
have
was
to go
more-
with Mario on that.
There's
It's like
more
just the
release
odds are with you
games.
to guess a Mario game, maybe. Or
More
Battle
release
Network.
games than I
Maybe
would have
it's Battle
thought.
Network.
Well, so if you're going for Mario, Emil, what are you going for?
I'm going for Napoleon, baby. That's the
Okay.
Oh
one.
yeah, here we go.
Okay, joint third is Choo Choo Rocket with 84 and Super Mario Advance. Second with 86, F-Zero. Number 1 with 91, Castlevania, Circle of the
Oh.
Moon.
covered
well,
them
we
all.
did name them all.
Yeah,
covered them
Napoleon, 27 out of 40 by Famitsu is basically 6.8.
Oh yeah, you even
I
told
did.
us. You
I
told
did.
us what it was.
EXE Battle Network, that had 79. The lowest was Tweety and the Magical Jewels has 45.
Ah,
It was not great. So that's fun.
I wonder if there's like a trend between the number of sports games that are like release. Because when we covered the release of the PS2, a lot of them were sports games, weren't they?
Yeah, there was a lot of sports stuff. I mean, sports is just huge.
It
around
kind
the
of
world.
makes sense because people like the sports already. There's a
Mm.
good chance they're going to just enjoy one of the release games.
Yeah, well, I mean, others like Pocket GT Advance, which is GT Advance Racing Championships outside of Japan, that got 82, and Fire Pro Wrestling got 80, so they did quite well.
Mm.
I was already aware that Fire Pro Wrestling was pretty good because my friend Callum loves wrestling, and absolutely adored the game. He had to. It wasn't released in Europe for a time, so we had to import it. And yeah, it was pretty cool. It was fairly good from what I recall.
I wonder if it's still the case that a lot of release titles are sports games, or if they're not as popular now.
I think it's. I wouldn't say it's that it's not as popular. I think it's just making games costs a lot more, so you don't see it happen as much. Like if you have the say the Switch 2. The Switch 2 probably did have some, but like your general your FIFAs and stuff, because it wasn't able to be on the Switch. Now it is, but yeah, you probably not in the same way. You just don't get as many.
And you would even have like multiple companies making games of the same sport every single year. Like you'd have EA's NBA 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, and then you'd have Sega's NBA 2K1, 2K2, 2K3. And then you add all the different sports on top of that. You got football, then you got like college football. So and we probably get lots that you guys don't even see over there. You guys probably get ones we don't see too.
Yeah, American football isn't a thing you can find as easily over here. It is there, but it's just not as common.
But now it's just kind of been confined to, you get like one football game every year from EA. You get like, one baseball game every year, one, basketball game, that kind of thing. So it doesn't seem as plentiful anymore. But it's still a lot, I guess.
Yeah, I mean the Game Boy Advance had a lot of just a lot going for it. Like eventually it had a different version of itself, the SP, which was like a flip console, and it was actually backlit. The original
with
Game
tribal
Boy Advance,
tattoos.
Yeah, the original Game Boy Advance wasn't backlit, so there was a thing like you couldn't play it in a dark room because you're not gonna be able to see it. So that was just one of those things. It was annoying because if you wanted to play it outside, you need to find the right angle where there's not a glare, but also you can't play it in the shade, and you go okay. So but it was a great console regardless. But it also had a lot of GameCube compatibility with certain games. I don't know as much about that. I mean, Andrew, I'm sure you know a lot more than I do about that.
Yeah, the Game Boy Advance, man, when it came to the accessories, you get things like the e-reader, you get the Game Boy Advance GameCube link cable for things like Zelda 4 Swords Adventures, Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, even just transfer some features over. There was a disc where you put it in to your GameCube and it had Jirachi, and then transfer it to your GBA. So many cool things that they came up with during that era. It was really, really neat. And then it's funny because a lot of the things that you talk about, like you said, the backlit screen. In the end, they introduced the wireless adapter that came with Fire Red and Leaf Green. All those features would
Yes.
end up like bundled into the DS, which like it is crazy to think it only released like 3 or 4 years
Yeah.
after the GBA. It felt like that was a whole era.
Yeah.
And then you look back and it's like, wow, it was
Mm.
like three just amazing years with
Mm.
all these incredible games just stuffed into it. It's amazing. Just
Yeah.
really, really amazing what we had back then for sure.
Yeah. So what?
Like you look now
Okay.
and it's like, okay, it takes like 5+ years for like one really good game to come out. And you look at the Game Boy Advance and like how short it kind of, its lifespan was in a sense. But the DS being backwards compatible with it really helped, but there's so many games, so many series on the GBA where it has like at least 3 games, maybe more, and they were just coming out every single year, and just always so much to play and look forward to back then. It was awesome.
Mm. Yeah. It
Well,
was,
I wonder how long they were making GBA games still when the DS was out, because the DS could play GBA games, and as well, the
Yeah.
I
DS
can
itself
kinda,
was
I,
a bit gimmicky with the touchscreen.
I can kind of answer that. So the Game Boy Advance stopped being in production in 2008 in Japan, 2010 elsewhere. So it went on for quite a while.
Mm.
In Japan, the final game to be released was Final Fantasy VI Advance on November 30th, 2006.
I had no idea they got that far on the GBA. As I know here we got like 1 and 2. I don't
Yeah.
even know if we went beyond that. I know we got 3 on the DS. I had no idea that 6 was on the GBA. That's awesome.
In North America, the last game for the system was Samurai Deeper Kyo, which was February 12th, 2008. In Europe, November 2nd, 2007 was The Legend of Spyro the Eternal Knight, which is a
Oh.
kind of cool final one. Yeah, so like it's kind of interesting. But the final first party developed title to be released by Nintendo themselves was Rhythm Tengoku, which is the first in the Rhythm Heaven series. But that was the
It's
last
funny, that's
one.
going to be like one of the last games they release on the Switch 1 as well.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Yeah, so it went on for quite a bit after the DS, but that's understandable because not everyone could afford a DS. It was
Mhm.
it was a little bit more expensive and yeah, I mean I don't actually didn't see how much the price was, but yeah, it was, I imagine, a little bit more expensive. But what were some of our favorite games? I know Mr. Driller 2, Emil, was your favorite.
Well, obviously, like I didn't have a GBA, so I haven't played one much. Occasionally, I would like play a friend's. Like Zelda Four Swords is the only Zelda game I've ever played, just because I've gone to David's house and played it with him. Which I guess, does it count? I don't know.
Yeah.
But I've played much more on the Switch, and I have to say that WarioWare is definitely my favorite. But it's a very limited collection on there compared to, what you've, I don't even know if there's as many there as were when it released, when the actual GBA released.
When it launched. Yeah,
There's
well, I mean,
probably-
the selection
yeah.
on Switch Online is very good, at least. They do
Yeah.
actually have some good titles on there. There's room to grow,
Yes.
but it's on the right track for sure.
Yeah, all of my favorites are not on the Switch. I mean, for me, it's like Pokemon Emerald. Sapphire was my first Pokemon game. Emerald is just a better version of it, which is an incredible game. Mother 3 is a phenomenal RPG. Really takes the already amazing franchise and just elevates it, at least for me personally. Sonic Advance, that was, I guess, like the first classic Sonic game, and then the last classic, that franchise. I mean, it continued on, and like there was 2 and 3, and then the Rush series, but something about Sonic Advance 1 feels very Genesis, and the other 2 don't. I can't really describe why. I think it's just that the themes of the levels are more like basic. It's like, okay, here's your grassland, here's your snowland, here's your stuff. And the 2 and 3 is more experimental and does a lot more creative stuff. But I really love Sonic 1. And And unsurprisingly, Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories.
Yes.
I have maybe put a lot of time into that game over the years. And Andrew, you were very kind one year, and you bought me a sealed version of that game, and it is still sealed. I love that thing. I treasure it.
I'm so glad you like it.
Yeah.
No, my pleasure. But yeah, the GBA, the library is just incredible, and like that's the thing you mentioned too. Is like Kingdom Hearts has a game on the GBA. How many series that's that weren't originally on portable consoles made the effort to put a game on the GBA, and it was still amazing. You'd think like, okay, we're taking this series that's in 3D and you're going to convert it into a 2D Game Boy Advance game. How is that even going to be any good? And yet they're still amazing.
Yeah.
Like Crash Bandicoot.
Yes.
It's funny. I think last time we talked, I was talking about how I was playing Crash Bandicoot games on the GBA,
Yeah.
and I really enjoy both of those. Me, I like my side-scrolling platformers. Crash Bandicoot already had points at times where it was much of a side scroller. It would kind of lock into that view, and creating a whole game out of that, I thought that they were both excellent. So that's kind of my Kingdom Hearts, for you, taking that series you liked on the PlayStation, putting it on the GBA. Crash always stands out in my mind in that regard as being two really fun games. Other things, WarioWare, exactly. The first WarioWare to this day is still my favorite WarioWare. I absolutely love it. There was WarioWare Twisted as well, which is definitely worth a look. And WarioWare Touched. I love the original WarioWare trilogy. Wario Land 4, though, we can't forget. Very, very early Game Boy Advance game. Wasn't the launch title, but it must have been like within the first couple months of the GBA launching, you get Wario Land 4. And I was a huge fan of that series back in the day, playing the first three on the original Game Boy. You get some great RPGs. Teal, you named off Mother 3. Of course, you get Mario and Luigi, Superstar Saga, starting that series. And that was a lot of fun. Sonic Advance 1, 2, 3, I was going to name as well. Mario Advance 1, 2, 3, 4, of course, also great games. The Pokemon games, of course, Zelda, like you just can't go wrong. Oh, Donkey Kong Country, they even ported one of my other favorite series to the GBA. Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, 3. So yeah, you can't go wrong with GBA at all. Yeah, such a fun console. Battle Network, just could go on and on.
Yeah, no, it's very impressive. There's a lot of just truly wonderful games. And I usually ask a question relating to the games that we've been talking about, but there's a lot of things. So I'm going to instead ask you what you think were in the top 10 highest selling Game Boy Advance games. You don't have to give me all of them, just pick a game and see where it lands in the top 10.
Okay, almost certainly Pokemon.
Which one?
What was it? Emerald? And is that the?
Yeah, there was that was Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. I will say that Emerald is separate from Ruby and Sapphire because Emerald came out about a year or two after Ruby and Sapphire. It was like an extended version.
Okay. Well, Ruby and Sapphire.
That's what you're going for.
Surely are in there.
Andrew, what would you like to go for? You can go for the
I
same
believe I
thing
know a fun fact where Battle Network 4 is on that list. Is it?
Is it?
I'll say Mega Man Battle Network 4 on the
Okay.
top 10 list.
It's not in the top 10. I'm very sorry.
No kidding.
Number 10 with 2.8 million sales. Yoshi's Island, Super Mario Advance 3. Number 9.
Is Minish Cap on there?
No. Number 9
No.
with
Okay.
2.94 million. Pac-Man Collection, 2.96 million. Namco Museum. Then a leap up to 5.43 million. Super Mario Advance 4, Super Mario Bros. 3. Then a leap up to 5.57 million. Super Mario Advance. 5.69 million. Super Mario World, Super Mario Advance 2. 5.91 million. Actually, did I say the same? I might have mixed up the numbers. Anyway, number 4 is Mario Kart Super Circuit. Number 3 at 6.8 million, Pokemon Emerald. Then a leap up 12 million, Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green. And then a leap up again, 16.2 million, Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. It is
amazing. No, they were great
quite the
games.
leap.
Absolutely
Yeah,
great.
they were. But I mean, it just goes to show. Oh, Game Freak are loaded. They make a lot of
Hmm.
sales. Does anyone want to hazard a guess at what the 40th highest selling game at roughly exactly 1 million sales was?
The
Shrek 2.
40th.
It was pretty much it on Wikipedia. It says exactly 1 million. So
Shrek 2. I joke because Shrek 2 is like it somehow
No,
sold
yeah.
1 million copies on the GameCube.
yeah, no,
It's
that's
like
not
one
a
of
bad
the
shout. Shrek was huge. Yeah, it's not a bad shout. It's not that. Yeah, I will say it is from a popular franchise that we've not mentioned. I will also say it was on similar to Kingdom Hearts, but maybe PS1. It was on PS1 and then somehow made its way onto Game Boy Advance and did well.
and it had just one
Metal
installment on the Game
Gears
Boy
It
Advance.
had
game?
it had a couple of installments. What did you say, man?
Like a Metal Gear game, maybe?
Ooh.
Mm,
It's fine.
Is it an RPG?
It is not. I'll let you free. It's Spyro Season of Ice.
You
Okay,
have
there
mentioned
go.
Spyro, though.
Did I?
Yes, you said it was the last game to release.
That's
On-
true. I had forgotten about that.
In the- Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
You tricked us.
You're right.
In
I
passing,
lied.
though,
I
it was
lied.
like if you. It's like the 5-second rule. If you don't mention it for more than
Yeah.
5 seconds, it doesn't count.
That you're right. That is my bad. Well, finally, we like to end the show with interaction from you. We have an email, gamingtastages@gmail.com. We have a comment section. The comment section. Please do email in with stories and questions and stuff. Pixel Key has sent in a question for us. Have you ever seen a video like a game review that convinced you that a game that you previously liked is bad or made you stop liking it as much? This happened, I'm quoting them, this happened to me with my favourite Sonic game, Sonic Unleashed, where my enthusiasm for it fizzled out after watching a fairly critical video on it. A few years later, I replayed the game and remember why I liked it so much, and it's still my favourite Sonic game to this day. So I guess your true favourites always claw their way back somehow, which is quite nice.
Wholesome end to the story.
Yeah. I was trying to think of one, and like it probably has happened, but I can't come up with a time where this has happened.
Yeah, I had the exact same experience.
There have been
Like, I was like,
playthroughs.
surely it must have.
Yeah, like there have been playthroughs or video essays where people have been negative, like towards Spyro's Adventure on the Game Boy Advance. I purposefully didn't mention it before. It's one of my favorite games on the Game Boy Advance. It's also known as Attack of the Rhinox. It's amazing. It's basically a Metroidvania but at Spyro, and it's brilliant. It's so good. I adore that game, and criticism will never make me hate it. I've seen so many people pan it and criticize, and I will not take it. I will not. It will not seep into my brain. I love that game. And so same with the hate on like Mario Party 9 and 10. Like I get why people dislike it. I will never feel that way. I love it so very much. So it's an interesting thing. Like I can totally understand why a negative review will make you, or video, whatever. Well, certainly if it's someone you watch regularly and you really like or respect or whatever, I can see why that opinion would seep its way in. But like, yeah, I don't think I can't recall the time it's happened, but it must have, I'm sure.
Yeah, it was similar for me because like the one thing that I could think is that I stopped watching like pretty much anything Star Wars because I was so tired of all these opinions. I was like, people like, oh, The Last Jedi is the worst film ever made. Like a friend of mine genuinely said that to me. I'm like, have you seen bad films? Have you? Because I have watched bad films, and like, even if you don't like this film, it's far from that. And then it was like everything got into two extremes, and I couldn't be bothered with it, so I stopped watching Star Wars. But I can't think of a time that's ever happened with a game. Like generally, I don't really enjoy watching people talk badly about things, so maybe that's why. But sometimes it's inevitable. But I do often worry that I'm easily led. But then when I thought about it, you know, in times that I have watched videos where people are saying bad things about something that I like, I found that it's just made me I don't know how you'd say this, just more firm in my position on that game, because I'm
Yeah.
like, well, you know, maybe these are good points, and I acknowledge that those are good points, but they don't make the game worse for me. I still enjoy in spite of those things, or maybe they make points that I just like totally don't agree with.
Mm.
Like, you know, for a long time I didn't realize that Crash Bash was seen as a bad game. And when I found out, I was like, "What?" And then we played it, and it was torture, but I loved it. And then we had Caddy on, and he talked shit about the game the
Yeah.
entire time, and
Yeah.
I was like, I doesn't you know,
Yeah.
it's not for him, it's for me.
Mm. It's interesting you say that, because
And
I get a lot of comments of people being like, "Oh, you should make a top 10 list of the worst levels in this game or in this franchise." And I'm just like, no, I don't want to make a negative video. Like in like the video, like the Looney Tunes one where I'm talking about 450 games. Obviously, I'm going to be critical towards some of them because they can't all be winners. It's impossible. But I don't want to make a video that's like directly aimed at being critical and negative, because it doesn't make me happy. I'm aware that may be shooting myself in the foot, because clearly that's what people want. But I don't want to be that channel.
No, you're right, Teal. People shouldn't want that. You're paving the way for a better world.
Yeah, no one else sees that way, apparently. But no, it's fascinating. But yeah, we are in the same agreement of, I don't want to watch a video that's purely being negative. I don't mind if it's like one game in a sea of others, like that's fine. But like, I don't want to directly go searching for it. Even if it's someone I like watching, I'll just I don't care necessarily.
Yeah, well, sometimes it'll be like, I so strongly disagree with these points that it's annoying me that there's nothing I can do about that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not having a conversation with somebody, I'm watching something. So sometimes I will just be like, nah, this is not for me. Like, I'm just gonna get like annoyed with myself that these points are so far from my points.
Yeah. Andrew, what about you?
Yeah, it's funny because if I see someone, I'm kind of excited at times to check out the games that otherwise don't have always the most favorable reviews. It's fun to jump into them and see like, okay, well, you know, I've heard these rumors of this for this long, or I've heard people kind of reviewed in this way. I'm really excited to see what my experience with the game is going to be like. And you know, sometimes it's the complete opposite, which is pretty great, which is why I never really take reviews I read or see online to heart. And what ultimately comes down to is, you know, we're all going to be different. We're all going to enjoy different things. And I never judge until I've you know, dove in and had that chance myself. One game I always think about is Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. You know, that game always got dunked on pretty bad. And I didn't grow up with it because I didn't have a 360 at the time. But I finally got around to playing it, and like I didn't think it was the worst game. I thought that it accomplished what it you know, what it set out to do. We were all waiting for a Banjo platformer to follow up to Banjo-Tooie, and that's another one. There you go on the Game Boy Advance. The Game Boy Advance had a freaking Banjo-Kazooie game for some reason. It's like two of them, I guess. I never played Banjo Pilot. I really should someday. But you know, it had Gruntilda's Revenge, which kind of made it like a top-down Banjo adventure. Like that was awesome. GBA just had so much good stuff. But like, you know, I finally gave Nuts and Bolts a try, and I liked it quite a bit. It didn't stop someone from messaging me on Discord and swearing at me and chewing me out for like destroying their childhood for how I apparently reacted to the game, and I thought I was pretty nice to it. But like, I got a bit of an excerpt for you here. Thanks for ruining a potential great playthrough series with your insulting, ignorant, lazy, and outright cynical outlook on the game. Just wanted you to know you wasted hours of my life and royally pissed me off. Delete the dang, this is another with their video so no one else has to suffer through it. I didn't think I was that mean to Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. And maybe this is what happens too, is if you go into a review liking a game, maybe like anything other than pure positivity can also kind of you know, be like, I don't know. But that's the thing, is like I always form my own opinions on things. I have no interest in really what anyone else thinks about a game, because I think the best way to do it is just jump in and experience it yourself, then you can form your own opinion. But I think when you're watching a review online, remember it's for entertainment purposes. again, as someone who's played a lot of retro, a lot of NES, the Angry Video Game Nerd was kind of like, you know, the standard back in the day of retro reviews. And a lot of his are just like hamming it up for the hilarity factor,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
A lot of those games he reviews, sometimes the criticisms are completely justified, and sometimes they're not, and it's just kind of in there to as like the, you know, part of a joke. So you gotta play it yourself. You gotta remember that you're watching entertainment, not take it too seriously, and you ultimately may agree or disagree. And I wouldn't let what you experience online sway that too much. If you enjoy something, enjoy it. If you don't, you don't.
Yeah, and it's interesting. Like I think I there's a bad game I like, and even criticism of it, rightfully so, would not sway me from liking it because I have a lot of nostalgia and fond memories, and that game is Bratz. I love the Bratz game. I
I get
love
it.
those
It's all
playthroughs so much. They probably haven't aged well, but they're really funny.
It's
And
all through the lens that you experience it, right? Like
yeah,
that's just the thing. Like the games themselves, they're pretty silly. They're not going to win any awards.
no, they
But if
certainly
you
are
have
not.
fun playing them, then
Yeah,
you know that's all that's important, right?
yeah, they were good times. They were
They
very
were.
funny.
You know, it's funny now I think about it. Like the opposite of this question is probably true for me. Like there's so many times I've watched videos about games that I didn't really know about or care about, or maybe thought were bad, and I've come out of it
Mm,
thinking, oh, actually this game has a lot to offer because the person was so positive about
yeah,
it. And in some of those situations, people have hyped up games and I played them and I didn't really enjoy them. That was not as bad a feeling as I have enjoyed something and I've watched somebody talk bad about it.
mm,
I guess it's just a more positivity. Just hearing someone say nice things about something is good,
yeah,
Mhm.
even if you're not like, even if it's not for you, it's much better than hearing someone say bad things about something.
mhm, yeah. Well, I guess we'll wrap it up here. Andrew, thank you very much for joining us. It's been a pleasure having you here. Congratulations once again on 30,000 subscribers. Where can they find you so they can add to that?
Thank you so much, both of you, for having me. This was absolutely excellent. Really enjoyed talking about the GBA with you. Lots of great memories discussed here today. Really, really, really good time. Crazy to think, 25 years ago. And again, talking about how short of a lifespan it had. That's all the great games that came out for it, regardless. But I'm on YouTube at the Game Display. No spaces there. I don't think it matters if you capital the T, G, and D. But every day uploading shorts, every few days uploading videos, and also streaming. So
Mhm.
thank you so much.
And the ultimate question, Andrew, the binary in your thumbnails, does it actually say anything?
Oh no. So yeah, a big part of what I do is I open up the RAM of games as we're playing them and like modify values in real time, which can mess with stats. It can mess with like what level you're in. It can mess with all sorts of crazy things. And no, that was just like a screenshot of like
Oh,
RAM at one point.
fair
So those
enough.
are just random values that's may
Should
or may
make it
not
say
actually mean
something.
anything. But it looked kind of funky. So appreciate you asking though.
Well, next week we're going to be looking at Klonoa 2, and the week after that, April 3rd, we'll be looking at Simpsons Wrestling, one of
Oh.
the worst games of all time. What a 50th
There you go.
episode to celebrate.